Witnesses continued to testify today in the case against Keith Bryant. He's accused of shooting and killing William and Mary football player Nate Evans in 2019. The Commonwealth argues it happened during a drug deal. Bryant's attorneys say their client's friend pulled the trigger. Sarah Hammond has been in the courtroom since this trial began. A lot going on in the courtroom. Sarah, what did you learn today?
Yeah, like you said, there's a lot to unpack as this trial continues, but here's what we learned today. We heard from a cellular data analyst who places Keith Bryant's phone near where Evans was killed, near a house party near ODU. And we also heard once again from Krishan Beeman, who says Bryant allegedly confessed to killing Evans later that night. So the FBI analyst said cell phone towers pinged Bryant's phone near the location of the party around the time of the shooting. The towers picked up the phone again later that night in Portsmouth. Beeman, who's charged with second-degree murder and awaits his own trial, said at a separate party in Portsmouth later the same evening, Bryant confessed to shooting Evans to protect Beeman. Beeman said Bryant confessed in a private conversation. Norfolk police arrested Beeman shortly after the shooting in 2019, and from the beginning, Bryant's attorneys have said after sitting in jail for 3 years, Beeman then pointed the finger at Bryant to use as a, quote, get out of jail card. We also learned Beeman's cell phone was recovered at the scene. Beeman has acknowledged he was there that night to buy marijuana from the football player. Detectives say they preserved the phone, but when it regained a signal, someone wiped it. We also heard from the man Beeman says drove him away from the scene that night. That witness claims he never interacted with Beeman and did not have a car. His credit cards and ID were found near the crime scene. The defense also alleges while in jail, Beeman told the man in the cell next to him that he killed Evans. Beeman denies that conversation ever happened, but the defense says they plan to call that man as a witness. Now, this trial is scheduled to last until Friday. We're expecting to hear from the lead detective on that case first thing in the morning. And again, there are a lot of moving pieces, a lot of names in this story, in this case. So go to our website, 13newsnow.com, and look for this story by searching Norfolk trial to get all of the details so far. Live in Norfolk, Sarah Hammond, 13 News Now.
Yeah, Sarah, thanks. Of course, a lot of names, but the two names to know about here, Bryant, who's charged with first-degree murder, and Beeman, whose trial is set to begin in June.